From the developers of Souls-like games that you play when you're waiting for another real Souls to come out, and the company that created a whole generation of adults with virtual wives, comes a true mashing of genres that will finally give you the one thing that you've always wanted from Final Fantasy.
I'm here to kill chaos.
Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin. Step into a truly wild Final Fantasy spin-off, the likes of which you haven't seen since Mario Hoops 3 on 3. As Square veers away from their usual brand of action RPG to delve into the ever-popular Soulsborne formula, with over-the-top characters, extremely uncanny cutscenes, and direction that feels like something straight out of Liquid Television, that combine to make a fever dream of an action game that, despite not being as good as its predecessors, somehow still works purely on how bat crazy it all is. Okay, this is what Bloodborne would be like if you were on DMT and watching a Linkin Park video at the same time. Don the fancy shirt of Jack, a protagonist so edgy that he makes Jared Leto's Joker seem like a birthday clown.
And thus bring an end to this empty dream.
Bullshit.
Along with the other Warriors of Light, who all look like Abercrombie models walked into a Ren fair, with the epic backstory of just sort of finding each other on the street one day. Then watch as they watch Jack alpha chat his way through the Kingdom of Cornelia on their missions to defeat chaos, which is told almost entirely through fist bumps. A premise you'll probably completely throw to the back burner after the fifth absurd cutscene of Jack doing the fantasy version of punching through drywall, until the Fast and Furious style narrative slowly transforms into an intriguing tale of conspiracy and sacrifice, in a story that shouldn't be as good as it is, and certainly gave no indication that it ever would be. Okay, look, it might seem ridiculous, but after years of overly long cutscenes, I think he's just saying what we're all thinking.
I don't give a who you are.
Just imagine if Jack punched Xehanort in the face. Kingdom Hearts would have been like 12 hours shorter. Uncover the Souls-ish formula adopted by this spin-off that will have you exploring lush environments from some of your favorite Final Fantasy games, which are still pretty much the usual linear hallways you're used to. Then experience the twist Strangers puts to the formula, where instead of the usual stat-based leveling system, you'll get stronger through individual class levels at the monstrous amount of loot that come out of enemies like a piñata at a quinceañera, as you go against a decade of conditioned behavior to immediately throw your fist into anything that looks remotely punchable, while mashing the optimize equipment button as much as the attack triggers, because the only thing stopping you from having to buy a new controller after getting two-shot might just be that single item level, or at least that's what you'll tell yourself, in a design that's basically Devil May Cry but with bonfires. Alright, I know this might be new for you, but it's okay. Playing on story mode won't actually make your penis fall off. I mean, probably. Give yourself a stranger in the frenetic battle system of Paradise that will have you building up different classes and traditional FF style, each with their own set of particular skills and combo moves that make the endless grind of monster mashing seem a little less one note, which, combined with the soul shield that lets you absorb their attack to use later, makes for a surprisingly robust battle system that feels snappy and well-paced, until you get command grabbed like 20 times from enemies that came up from your blind spot. Then use all the tricks you've learned to face the larger-than-life bosses, and get smacked around like Chris Rock on Oscar night, as you swap between different loadouts and class combos in hopes that something is going to stick, until you eventually learn to just use the guard button. In a battle system that, despite its almost corny wrapper, might be one of the best action games on the market. And even if you don't agree with that, I think we can all acknowledge how awesome it is to rip apart a boss like a Kinder Egg. Now that's what I call cracking open a cold one with the boys. So show everyone those crystals and get ready to interrupt.
Just tell us about the crystals.
For a game that does some interesting things with an otherwise tired formula. And if all that doesn't do it for you, at the very least you'll have some very interesting cutscenes to watch. You know, it's almost like I'm watching a Monster Energy drink come to life. Starring Fiend Durst, Ash Crush'em, Ginger Prompto,
Neon gonna give you up, Neon gonna let you down,
Lululemon, and Chaos, and Chaos, and Chaos, and Chaos, and Chaos. Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces smashed, and I'm killing chaos. Origins. Okay, now that we have the Yuffie remake and a random spin-off, I think this proves that the world is ready for a Dirge of Cerberus remake. Now that's edgy. Tell us what you'd like to hear in my epic voice in the comments below. In this battle against a pack of wild animals, herding animals is against the law. Into the dragon's eye, I condemn thee to damnation. This is my dragon waifu. She's got my back. Smooch. I need a monster to clobber that there Kirby. Fog, the patron saint of the luminous clothing industry.